South African Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions movement, or BDS, alongside pro-Palestine activists. They're gathering in Cape Town this afternoon for protest in support of Palestine. It is part of mass protests that will take place in major cities around the country. It comes as the killings in the Palestinian city of Rafah continue as the Israel-Hamas conflict rages on. So Vanessa Poonah is on that story first. She joins us now live from Cape Town. Vanessa, good afternoon. Talk to us a little bit more about the significance of today's march. Also, what is transpiring on your end as I hand over to you.
Yes, good afternoon to you. And we find ourselves in front of Parliament in Cape Town this afternoon, of course. We also see that there are many signs, placards, Palestinian flags, as those affiliated to the Palestine Solidarity Campaign as well as BDS come together on the Sunday afternoon to protest what they call the ongoing killing of Palestinians in Gaza. I'm joined now by Adila Mohammed from the Palestinian or Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Adila, good afternoon to you. We've heard messages just now from members of the Anglican clergy. We've also heard messages from BDS and the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Of course, the rallying cry here is a ceasefire now.
The rallying cry is a ceasefire now because the situation has gotten too far, too severe for the world to ignore. This protest I'm so sorry. It was formed because of as a counter protest to people gathering to support a genocide, to support Israel in its genocidal actions. And we want to say, not in our name, not in any religion's name, there are multiple interfaith groups here, there are multiple activist groups here, and all of them are calling for BDS, for a ceasefire, for complete exclusion and isolation of Israel from any normalcy, any operation in the world landscape, because genocide cannot be normalized, it cannot be allowed. And there needs to be this level of action, this level of rejection to that system. And South Africans have come together to say, we will not stand for that. We will support our government when they go to the ICJ. We will support any actions against a genocide, because that is who we are. At our core, that is what humanity is, and that is what South Africa stands for. We will not allow protest. We will not allow people who come in, genocide sympathizers, to come and claim that is what we stand for. We will not allow that.
So the case has been made at the World Court, and also there are negotiations, talks going on for a truce, for a ceasefire. The significance then of maintaining a presence on the ground with these protest actions.
The significance is insane, because people are not able to ignore what happens anymore. And unfortunately, international courts, international jurisdictions, international bodies will only listen when the world reacts, not when they have to act on their own volition. So these protests are necessary, not just for negotiations, not for some sort of truce, for a temporary ceasefire. This is to show that there will always be resistance until there is a permanent ceasefire, until Palestine is free, until people of Palestine are given their right to self-determination, are given their rights to medical care, their food safety, security. They deserve the rights that we all have, to not be killed, to not be bombarded, to not be cattled into places like Rafah and then bombed like that. That is genocide with no ambiguity. That is clear genocide, and these protests are the only way that the world listens.
Adila, thank you so much for speaking to, of course, Adila Mohammed from the Palestine Solidarity Campaign, just talking to us as we bring you some visuals of the protest that is taking place here outside Parliament in Cape Town. Various speakers taking to the podium and the Palestinian flags flying high here in Cape Town. Free Palestine!
Thank you very much, Vanessa. We'll continue to monitor developments and also crisscross around the country. In fact, pro-Palestinian groups and activists today, as I mentioned, are protesting in several major cities across the country in response to the ongoing Israel war in Gaza, which has displaced the majority of the population from their homes and also left civilians facing acute shortages of water, of food and other services.